On to team number 3 on the training camp previews. As you guys know, we're going through 6 teams today. We've already done the Atlanta Hawks and the Boston Celtics. We are now doing the Brooklyn Nets, followed by the Charlotte Hornets and the Chicago Bulls. So, what is a question going into this season for the Brooklyn Nets? What is the vibe? Kevin Durant called for the coaches and general managers' necks, aka he wanted them to get the fuck out of town. Now, all 3 are back working with one another. Wow, kumbaya. Kyrie Irving tried to get a sign and trade out of town, and it failed. Ben Simmons hasn't played over a year due to back issues and mental health. Are the Nets able to put all this drama behind them and move forward, or will it linger into the season? And basically, we heard that Kevin Durant said this. Kevin Durant said, hey, I talked to Sean Marks. I talked specifically with Steve Nash, and this is what I told Steve Nash. I felt like there was not enough accountability and not enough responsibility being held for the players. And Steve Nash agreed. And Steve Nash said this year, he's got Kevin Durant's back, and they're going to be calling out motherfuckers, and they're going to tell each other, like, that was the big thing. Kevin Durant wants Steve Nash to hold his teammates accountable for not playing up to the standard that they're capable of playing. Because on paper, this roster's championship contender. You got Nick Claxton, Ben Simmons, and KD right there. Those 3 guys on the court at the same time could be a top 15 team. The plethora of possibilities you could do. You still got Royce O'Neal off the bench. You got David Duke Jr. on a 2-way. You got yourself, you brought in Markieff Morris, which I know that guy's not moving, but he could still be a small ball 5. Like there are pieces on this team that I think when you look at the Brooklyn Nets, they've got defenders all around. They've got shooters, okay? It's just, can we make this, this be a coerced unit? And they're the 3rd most expensive team in the league. And they got Royce O'Neal, Nick Claxton, Ben Simmons, KD, Markieff Morris, okay, Deron Sharp, and even Yuta Watanabe isn't a bad defender. Like, Yuta Watanabe is a good defender. So this team has a great amount of defenders. Then shooters, KD, Kyrie, Joe Harris, Seth Curry, Edmund Summer, TJ Warren. Okay. Did I say Joe Harris? Cam Thomas? I mean, Cam Thomas not super efficient, but he can score. Did I say Kessler Edwards? You don't want Nabe? Like, this team has like 10 shooters. They got like 6 or 7 defenders. Okay. So, and 4 or 5 of those defenders are 2-way guys. I think this team, I think they're ready. I think Ben Simmons, if it's true, if Ben Simmons plays the center position, I tweeted this out the other day. We all thought Ben Simmons was supposed to be LeBron James 2.0. But what if Ben Simmons was supposed to be Draymond Green 2.0, but better? And also Ben Simmons said he's taking threes. That on the JJ Redick, what is it called? The old man in 3. He said that he needs to take 3-pointers. Literally, this was the quote. JJ Redick says, are you going to take 3-pointers? It goes dead silent. Ben Simmons laughs, and he says, I need to.
Nice. There we go. Yeah. Brooklyn's looking really good, man. I think they did a phenomenal job with what they had in this offseason. All those players, man. Royce O'Neal and TJ Warren were huge gets. They were huge gets for this team. And then I like the additions more recently of Markieff Morris and Yuta Watanabe. They have what you need. I think it really is going to be up to Ben here. KD, Kyrie will get you to the playoffs if they can just stay healthy. If this team can stay healthy, it just comes down to figuring it out. And my thoughts on Ben Simmons, Hall of Famer, career 15, 7, and 8 guy here, all defensive guy. He's so multifaceted. If he starts making threes, even if he's making threes at a 30% clip, it's awesome. And I don't want to speculate on what happened last season because, health, I think health really boils down to the player. Like, if you don't truly feel comfortable playing, don't risk it with a guy like Ben Simmons. So I think Brooklyn's going to make a ton of noise. I think they will figure it out. I think Steve Nash definitely needs to buckle down here and get a little bit of a tighter ship. And I hope that's what happens. And, man, if Ben Simmons, if there's no drama here, this is 100,000% a title team. I think everyone knows that. We'll see. But I honestly feel a lot better about Brooklyn this year than I do Boston. So I think Brooklyn's going to have a fun season.
No, I agree. I think Brooklyn's going to be one of the most fun teams. I think everyone's going to think they're going to shit the bed, but I think Brooklyn, we're going to be halfway through the year. Kyrie is on a people don't understand. Kyrie has to play at a maniac level because Kyrie's going to go into free agents next year, and this is the last year that Kyrie's going to get big money contract. Okay, Kyrie's what, 32?
Yeah, and there's already people who are pretty skeptical about that because of the C word.
So yeah, and wait, what's C word?
We can't say it, but the big thing that ruined that kept us inside for 2 straight years.
Oh. He was unvaccinated, yeah. No, so and Kyrie's going to be 33 basically when he gets this deal. If he signs a 4-year deal with anyone, he's going to be 37. So this is literally the last time he can get a long-term deal because of the over 38 rule, which once you turn 37 and you sign an next contract, it can't be longer than I think 2 or 3 years. And so I think Kyrie basically Kyrie knows this is the last time he's going to get a fat deal. So he's going to come out and try to play as many games as possible so he can go get paid $40 million a year.
Which is what he was doing last year when they finally figured that out and he was able to play. He was balling out, dude. He was balling out. And what kind of sucks for Brooklyn, but I don't think it's going to be a factor, is if the Nets for some reason don't work and you lose Kyrie Irving, you lose KD too. So,
yeah, I mean, we've talked about this before that they're giving it,
it's a big year for them.
We know that the Nets, if it doesn't work this season, they're going to blow it up next offseason. So it's in everyone's best interest. Ben Simmons, Kyrie, KD's, for all three of them to play the best basketball of their life and make this work because it'll make their careers a lot fucking better for them. You got anything else to say? I see this as a top 3 seed.
Yeah, I do too.
All right, let's move over to